right, everybody, Mr. Odom here, and I'm going to continue my review of the Chapter 2. Should have put this up here before. Practice test. Okay. So this is for problems 11 to 20. All right, there's another video on my YouTube page where I reviewed problems 1 through 10. So if you want to look at the answers to those, you can go look at that video. Anyway, let's get started. For this one, we have a division problem with rational numbers. So I write it down. And what am I doing? Well, first I need to change the mixed number into an improper fraction, mixed number, improper fraction. And then I remember when I have two fractions like this, I can use keep, change, flip. So I keep the first fraction, I multiply, so I change the sign, and I write the reciprocal, or I flip the second fraction. And notice there isn't any canceling I can do, no cross canceling. And I do have a negative number multiplied by a positive one, so my answer has to be negative. And so I just go ahead and multiply numerators and denominators, and it said write your answer as a mixed number in simplest form. So I write it as a mixed number, and it turns out that it's in simplest form. So that's number 11. Number 12, calculator problem. Calculator, use your calculator. All right, and make sure you don't forget the sign. So this is different signs, so my answer better be negative. All right, let's look at 13. Again, multiplying three numbers together. Okay, so first I'm just going to multiply these two that are inside the parentheses. I just use PEMDAS on that. And once I do that, that's negative 8 over 7. And then I can go ahead and I have two fractions I'm multiplying here. I can cancel with the 6 and the 8. I can divide 6 by 2, divide 8 by 2. My answer should be negative because I have a negative number and a positive number that I'm multiplying, and I get negative 20 over 21. Number 14. So I write the problem down. This is the absolute value of negative 3/5. I'm absolutely positive that absolute value is always positive, so I know that that's going to be 3/5. So I really am just adding 3/5 to 3/4. Notice how I found the common denominator here, which is 20, added the numerators, and I wrote my answer as a mixed number. And is it in simplest form? It is, because 7/20 is in simplest form. All right, number 15, determine whether each product or quotient is negative or positive. So I just have to remember the rules. These have the same sign. So I'm using division, same sign, positive answer. This absolute value turns this decimal into positive 2.16. So they're both positive, same sign. This absolute value turns negative 2.75 into positive 2.75. So those are positive. And then for this last one, I have a positive number multiplied by a negative number. So that gives me a negative answer. So I'm good. You're good too. All right, number 17. So this table shows the elevations for 4 mountains. Which of the mountains are taller than Snowy Mountain? So I want to find all of the values that are larger than what Snowy Mountain is, so in miles. So I can do that, no problem. I just turn them all into decimals. So that's what I did over here. I want to pick all the decimals that are greater than 1.2. Well, there's a couple of them. This one and this one. So that's how I got 2 answers. So you gotta be careful on these tests and big ideas because sometimes you will get 2 answers. Sometimes you may get 1. Sometimes they all might be answers. Okay, so you have to make sure you check them. All right, number 18. So the change in the amount in gallons of gasoline in a car over a period of 5 days. It says, what is the total change? Which means I need to combine all of these decimals. I need to add them together. So that's what I did. And when you do it, you can use your calculator. I ended up with 5.25. So that was the change. Number 19. So a person is 5.8 feet tall. So I drew that here. Here's the person. All right. The top of the person's head is 1.6 feet above the surface of the water. So that little distance there is 1.6 feet. You want to know how deep is the pool? How deep is the pool? So the pool, I have to take the person's height and subtract the height of their head that's above water. And I do that and I get the answer. And the last problem. So average. You guys have to remember what average means. Remember, the average is the same as the mean. How do I calculate the average? Well, I have to add all three of these together. Since there's three of them, then I divide by 3. So that's what I did, and I got the answer. So that's problems 11 through 20 on the Chapter 2 practice test. If you have more questions, don't hesitate to email me or ask me in class. All right, you guys are awesome. I'll see you soon.